Have a pleasant day to everyone, especially to you, ma'am. God bless you. I am Ashley Suday Puavin. I am first-year college student taking a Bachelor of Science in Accountancy. So now I will discuss about the Kartilya ng Katipunan by Emilio Jacinto. So here it is the background of the author. Emilio Jacinto was born on December 15, 1875 in Tondo, Manila. The son of a prominent and Spanish, he went to the San Juan de Letran College and deciding to study law. He transferred to the University of Santo Tomas, where a future president of the Philippines, Manuel Quezon, was among his classmates. Jacinto was just 19 years old when news arrived that the Spanish had arrested his hero, Jose Rizal. Galvanized, the young man left school and joined with Andres Bonifacio and others to form the Katipunan, or highest and most respected society of the children of the country. When the Spanish executed Rizal on trump-up charges in December of 1896, the Katipunan rallied its followers to war. Emilio Jacinto was an eloquent and brave young man, known as both the soul and the brain of the Katipunan, Andres Bonifacio's revolutionary organization. In his short life, Jacinto helped to lead the fight for Filipino independence from Spain. He laid out the principles for the new government envisioned by Bonifacio. In the end, however, neither man would survive to see the Spanish overthrown. Emilio Jacinto served as the spokesperson of the Katipunan as well as handling its finances. Andres Bonifacio was not well educated, so he deferred to his younger comrade on such matters. Jacinto wrote for the official Katipunan newspaper, The Kalayaan. He also penned the official handbook of the movement called the Kartilya ng Katipunan. Despite his young age of just 21, Jacinto became a general in the group's guerrilla army, taking an active role in the fight against the Spanish near Manila. And here it is the background of the topic. The Kartilya ng Katipunan served as the guidebook for new members of the organization, which laid out the group's rules and principles. It was the revolutionary society founded by anti-Spanish Filipino at Tondo, Manila in July 7, 1892. The Katipunas was formally founded on this date by Andres Bonifacio, Teodoro Plata, Lacido Diwa, Diodato Aureliano, Valentin Diaz, and others, in response to the news of Rizal. And their objectives are political, which is the separation of the Philippines from Spain to secure independence of the colony, and the second one is the moral, focused on good manners, hygiene, and good character, and the third one is the civic. It is based on the principle of self-help and the defense of the weak and poor. And last is to achieve unity of the Filipino. Propaganda work must be done and this civic training of the Katipuneros. To that end, Bonifacio prepared his now well-known Decalogue of the duties of the son of the people that focused on one's duties to God, country, family, neighbor, the Katipunan, and himself. And later Jacinto's famous Kartilya ng Katipunan. And the Kartilya ng Katipunan was written to introduce new recruits to the principles and values that should guide every member of the organization. And now here it is the content of the topic. The Kartilya is the best known of all Katipunan texts as it was imparted in schools and even in universities. The established Kikikis principles and teachings was featured as a guide to all new members, or shall I say, to the next generation. The earliest reference of Kartilya is found in the minutes of a Supreme Assembly meeting held in December 1895. It is still used during the first phase of the revolution, and Andres Bonifacio planned to make more copies before he was killed, and it is still being used during the second phase of revolution. And this version contains basically the same text, but it bears a different title, which is Final Declaration and Admission to Katipunan. And it forgets the footnote saying the word Tagalog means all those born in this archipelago. And Andres Bonifacio's story goes, and he intended that his Decalogue should be published and passed to the people. But as he read the Kartilya of Emilio Jacinto, he concluded that it is superior and are not comparable. His version is to specify the duties of Katipunan members, less than obligations. On the other hand, Jacinto's text expresses relatively as an aspirations and ethical values. He presents 12 principles and 14 teachings. The division in cartilla between principles and teachings is generally matches the division in Gran Oriente's Manifesto between the Programa Masonica and Código Masónico. In the Legis document used, the cartilla request by beginners to pledge their allegiance or commitment to the associations and assert with their signatures that they are becoming members of their own free will. And these are the influences on Katipunan thinking. Helpmate rather than plaything. Have due regard to her weakness, which is in biblical origin, and an honorable man's word is his bond. It is according to Cervantes. Time lost is lost forever, according to Benjamin Franklin. Life, which is not dedicated to great idea, is useless, according to Rizal. Life, which is not consecrated to a lofty and sacred cause, is like a tree without shade, if not a poisonous weed. It is according to Emilio Jacinto. The Tagalog words that resound loudest in cartilla are the equivalents of the Enlightenment's defining much words such as liberty, or in Tagalog which is kalayaan, equality, lahat ng tao ay magkapantay, fraternity, kayong lahat ay magkakapatid, reason or katuwiran, progress or kagalingan, and enlightenment which is kaliwanagan. Most of all these Tagalog equivalents had been employed by Ilustrado writers like Rizal and Del Pilar before the Kikiki was founded, and the revolutionary originality of the Katipunan lay not in its idiom, but in its objectives and its deeds. So, the Cartilla and Katipunan remind us that having a purpose in life is as important as living life, and as a human being, we are ought to do the right thing. It gave us highlights to equality. It reminded us on the values that we should have, and we must value other people's times and shown through the service and love. And what is the contribution of Cartilla ng Katipunan in the Philippine history? So this edition is one of the few recorded texts around that time. It allows us today to have a glimpse on the ideologies of the Katipunan and its members, and this allows us to learn more about the goal. It encouraged involvement of the masses as well to join with the revolution and bring a sense of nationalism to practice in any form, and this leads up to the independence of the Philippines. It lays the foundation for the way of thinking of Filipinos in general. Many of the ideas in the Cartilla can also be applied today to our everyday personal lives and that of the country at present. And thank you, ma'am. God bless you.